on here. He hasn't
Okay,
been
we
here.
are live now, so you can go ahead and start.
All right, hi.
How
So
many
this
of
is-
you missed before you are?
So why do we have a president that never comes?
ask him.
Then why do we not?
He should not be president, that's why we're voting.
Yeah, so that's
Vote
why
him up
we're
and
doing,
let's do
we're
it
doing
tonight.
the nominations. So agenda number 1 is you guys have paper nominations, vote for whoever you think you want to sign up. You can also sign up yourself if you want to do positions. So that's all I'm gonna say.
All right.
So if you want to be president, write president. If you want to be secretary, or if you think somebody else should be in that position,
I
write their name.
think you're correct. If he has missed so many meetings, I think we should just,
Well, it's also the vice president.
Anna
as well.
Maria, he's not allowed to be president anymore. He's missed too many meetings.
And the
right,
vice
that's what
president.
Yeah.
I said,
Right,
so
but he
we
should
can
have been
elect
out
the president,
A
right?
long time ago.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, but we gotta
We had
follow
like
like
round
official
voting.
rules and stuff.
Who said that?
I don't
Where
know,
do you see that?
city government people.
No.
It should be in the bylaws, shouldn't it?
Peter knows about city.
The vice president also is missing in action, unfortunately.
City
Yeah.
bylaws, just for
Who is
information.
who is the
missed
vice
three.
president?
Stephanie Maya.
You missed 3 in a row, you're out.
Has
Right.
she been to any of it?
She's
Okay, so
gone too.
where is she in this? mix?
Bylaws.
He's out too.
She should have been out a long time ago.
Exactly.
She
Yeah,
doesn't show up.
We
Carolyn
were just
wanted-
thankful to be
wanted
able to
them
still
be
meet,
president, vice president
honestly.
For last year. And this-
I think you're missing the fact that we have some very intelligent people
We have
right
another
here.
10
Yes,
now,
we do.
Mhm.
And who care,
Uh-huh.
so
And who actually live in the neighborhood. But I'm glad for you too.
I want to pick up this one. I'm like,
I belong to 4 neighborhoods.
Four neighborhoods.
she's like
Wow.
the neighborhood.
Can I see your pen?
Oh, yeah.
I moved from one, created the other, and sympathetic with you guys. I'm
Thank you
thankful.
for your. So, number 1, you should have done the paper nominations. We have this little box over here, very official. So just put it in here, and then we'll look at it later. I won't know it's here.
So voting is next month.
So the voting is next month. So what I do is I take all the names and I put them for president, vice president, blah.
Under
And
the
then-
circumstances, we can do it tonight.
No, we wanted to do nominations for this month and give everybody a chance because I also emailed other neighbors as well, and I want them to, they can email me back. So I want to give everyone at least 30 days or so to nominate.
Amy, would you like
Then
to
Sylvia
see-
stepped up nobly and
You can
took
be
the
anyone.
secretary part of that, which I was so.
You can try to
Okay, so I have a question.
But you could hold.
Maybe I'm
Only that.
stepping out of
You can't be
my
president.
line here, but why are we emailing people in the district or in the neighborhood association and asking their opinion if they don't want to come to the meeting?
So there are people who normally regularly come, but there's like a special meeting today regarding the city manager. Her
That no one
evaluation.
even knew about it, it was an inside deal.
Oh, I knew about it.
Yeah, because I told you.
No.
Didn't they announce it during the
No,
last
I won't
commission
say who
meeting?
told me, but somebody told me about it. I wrote a public comment already. So I didn't go to that meeting,
It
but I
was
wrote
read
it.
in, I heard it,
Yeah,
they read it.
yeah, they sent me an email confirmation, so I never got it. But, there are a couple people, like Peggy Fisher, she comes there a lot, and she couldn't come today. So I emailed her and I emailed a bunch of people. So,
So who are our current people that are on board?
so the current people that are president is Ray, our vice president is Stephanie Mayo, our secretary is me, Sylvia, treasurer, Carolyn. But we do need more people to step in. And then Matt is just my husband.
How many?
I'll serve as faithfully as I can.
But he does a lot. He does a lot. I don't give him enough credit.
I have
But
a
he
question.
does the YouTube streaming. He helps me a lot set up the meeting,
Your meeting.
and
I have a question.
he's
Trying to
also
help with the emails.
Carolyn, as treasurer, how many people are paid up members right now?
we decided not
We
to
don't have dues.
We decided not to
We
charge
haven't
people
been
dues.
Oh,
doing
you're
it
not doing
since
this.
COVID.
Okay.
So
When COVID came on, we closed
yeah,
for a year or two.
Okay.
Because they closed over there. They weren't having people in, excuse me, but because they're elderly people.
so
Yeah.
so the newly elected officials, once they get elected, they can talk about dues.
But if we get organized now with a president, vice president, and all the other things, we can start discussing dues.
Okay.
I think $5 is too. $10 is too
We
high,
need to discuss it.
or $2. I don't know.
So
It was
the
15.
discussion has started, but
15.
are we gonna keep this discussion going, or do we have other things on the agenda that? we wanna cover first?
I just wanted to talk about Tropical Ridge future meetings. So we're gonna meet on January 8th. Again, it's gonna be here at the Bohemian. And a lady's gonna talk about summer camp vouchers. So, and Kim Stokes verbally told me she could come January 8th, but now that you told me about her, she might be resigning, so I don't know. I
No,
didn't,
she won't be.
No, I think you
I
misheard
didn't-
that.
I didn't-
In March.
I didn't put Kim Stokes for January 8th yet because she needs to email confirmation with me. So she might be coming January. It's just, but it's still up in the air. But we definitely have someone coming talking about summer camp vouchers, and these are for children from kindergarten all the way to high school. It's free. The application is due January 28th.
Okay.
So if you know any neighbors who have children, and there's sports camps, dance camps. Academic,
Last year,
yes.
that was such a successful meeting, so I have to congratulate you on that. Except a lot of the people didn't really understand how to access those vouchers. They had them, but they didn't know what to do with them.
Okay. So,
We need someone that speaks Spanish.
yeah, I requested someone to speak Spanish. So, February 12th, it's going to be a social. We're going to have a spaghetti dinner. You're welcome to come. It's $5 per person. It's if you're lonely, you don't have Valentine, come here. We'll be your Valentine. So, it's like just neighbors and friends getting together for spaghetti dinner. We're not trying to make money off of it. We're just trying to pay the cost of hosting it. So we're gonna have drinks. We have spaghetti with meat sauce, spaghetti vegetarian option, and dessert. It's marinara sauce only. So and it'll be here. So, March 11th, we have someone from the Palm Beach Prevention Drowning Coalition coming, and they give out free swim lesson vouchers. If you're gonna have somebody speak Spanish, I've requested that. So, April 8th, we're gonna have a barbecue social. That's the barbecues are I think the second floor, the third floor of this apartment building, right? And
Barbecue?
yeah.
Wow, you-
Oh, they're out here. Oh,
Okay.
Sorry, I'm not familiar with this. I know they have barbecue.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, so-
it's on the outside, by the pool.
Okay, so we're gonna be by the pool, barbecue social. Bring $5. It just covers hot dogs, hamburgers. We also have a veggie hamburger, a drink, and a dessert. And then May 13th, we're gonna have at Liberty electric utilities. If you guys have any suggestions on who you want to bring or what social events you want to do, just let me or Carolyn know. So we can bring those. Or if you guys want to talk about something that's important to you, I know you have a Little Lake Work art galleries. So if you want to talk about that, you're welcome to. Just let me know. And or if you want to talk about something. So, or if you want to suggest someone we should bring to the meeting, that's fine too. So I'm always open to suggestions. Thursday night peddlers will begin January 4th.
What is that?
Thursday night peddlers are people, they meet at the Gulfstream Hotel at 6 p.m. on a Thursday night, and they just ride around on their bicycles.
Oh, it's bicycle pedaling.
Yeah, Anna Maria's in charge of it.
Oh.
So if you have any questions about it, you can bring your bicycle, scooter, what have you.
It's a leisure ride around.
Yeah,
Different community, different neighborhoods, let somebody always pick which direction they want to go. If you get close to your house, you can drop out if you want. It's open to the public. So if you have a bicycle, you're always welcome.
yeah, so if you need to lose weight after eating all the holiday desserts, you know,
I can't see it.
It's a good
Anna Maria will keep you back in shape. What's it? Online where? Oh, we do have a Facebook, Tropical Ridge Neighborhood Association.
And we also have YouTube as well. We have some information there
You
too.
know, I've never gone to the YouTube or
Mhm.
to
Yeah, we have a Facebook, it's called Tropical Ridge Neighborhood Association. So some City of Lake Worth Beach news. So the street cleaning festival is coming back. So if you would like to apply as an artist, please apply. Don't worry if you don't have the money to pay for it. They have sponsors. So there's the link right there. So yes, make sure you reserve on your calendar 24th and the 25th. It's a very popular event. It's the Black Friday of Lake Worth Beach. Everybody comes from everywhere and comes that day and they look at all the art. So join us. Also, we're gonna have a mega Nerf blaster rifle. I don't know. They're basically doing dart blasting at Howard Park December 15th at 6:30
Where
p.m.
exactly is Howard Park?
It's free. It's Howard Park is on Winfield Street. Remember where we painted on the wall?
Oh, Osborne Center. That's Howard Park there? I didn't know that. What's our park called?
Anna Maria, you should go and get blasted by the Nerf friends. I just screamed like, "Ah!" I would want to see that.
What's the one down here that we have?
I forgot. You should know. You're from Royal.
The city brings stuff, they announce, and I take the kids. That's it. That's all I know.
Okay, so you should take them to that. They'll have a blast. The kids will have a blast.
Are you talking about the park next to the church?
Yes, our Savior lives in.
Yeah, we have.
She wants to know the name of it.
No, that is actually too far for our kids to go. To cross 6th Street, that's like a no. 6th Street.
Sixth Avenue?
6th Street South.
You mean
If
Avenue?
you take them on the bicycle, it's a good exercise.
It's on
Workout.
They don't. They walk everywhere. They're true.
It depends on the size of the kid, probably.
True.
So
And those that ride a bike, I can't be responsible for. They're too old.
there is a mobility plan survey. It's basically the city wants to know your input about how to move people around. So what she was talking about, there people are suggesting buses or those rental scooters. West Palm Beach has those little golf carts that ride around the
They
downtown.
used to have a golf cart a couple years ago.
Yeah, we used to have a trolley here. I remember there was a trolley here. Some people have suggested a cable car floating,
Oh, God.
going across
That's Jill
in the
Carlin's
sky.
idea. That's
Love to
Jill.
see that in a
Jill
hurricane.
Carlin, talk to her. She'd be really excited if she
Calls
calls
them
them.
gondola.
She calls them gondolas, but it's not a gondola. It's a cable car. That have you ever been to a ski resort or mountain? They have those little cable cars, on wire. Huh? She wants it from the train to the beach.
Yeah, but how you gonna?
So lots of Lake Worth residents have lots of creative ideas on how to move
Yeah, I
people.
could see somebody going
Yeah,
from the
but
train
I
station
can't see
all
that.
of that.
Yeah. And then falling out. Okay.
Yeah.
You're not
Liability.
just ride
That's
this and ride
crazy.
that. And the wind's gonna
Just
blow
imagine
around.
kids
It
like that.
doesn't make sense. to me.
So there's different there's golf carts, there's trolleys, there's those rental scooters, the rental golf carts.
Matthew,
So-
did you fill that out? Your
People.
folder?
Wait, what is it I'm filling out?
There's also like downtown West Palm
I
has those
missed
rental
that.
bikes. You can
What am I
rent a
filling out?
bicycle and move around.
That survey.
So
Well, you have that bike
I-
shop downtown.
I think I did.
Would they do
yeah,
that?
so the website is right there, the link. So we need everyone to fill that out before December 15th. It was extended because not enough people like filled it out.
Right.
So, December 12th, oh, that's tomorrow, is the CRA meeting, 6 p.m. at City Hall.
At City Hall.
Yeah, they talk about business stuff, right? I don't go to the meetings. Does anyone want to explain about the CRA?
Well, tomorrow night's meeting is about the current grant initiative that they have. And a lot of it has to deal with supporting our merchants here. So it explains how it works, how they can apply either for exterior, interior renovations. That's it. That's tomorrow night.
So it's a current grant.
So it's important, especially if as a
Stimulates the
community,
economy.
you feel they're not, they were created to get rid of blight, which basically was from the railroad to here. If you feel they've done their job, then leave them alone. But if you think they can do more for us, then I suggest you go and put in your 2 cents.
From the railroad to here, the railroad's right there.
Well, literally from Dixie, really, but everybody, the demarcation line for a lot of people is. But it's from Dixie west was the blighted area,
Oh,
which
yeah.
they feel they addressed.
Well, they've done a lot of work to this area, yes.
Right.
I mean, there's still plenty that can be done.
Well, they gave this building $1,800,000.
And it probably took 3 times that much to make it.
Of course. But it's our tax money.
Of course. And it's our tax money that's gonna get it back.
Well, what I want is clean streets, and I'd like them to fix the alleys. They're disgusting.
Like what?
The alleys,
How you want to fix the alleys?
if you look at some of the others, like, okay, for instance, B Street, look at that alley, it's beautiful.
Mhm.
Guess what? CRA district starts not on C, but in the middle of C Street is where they start, going this way. Everything on that side is not valid for the CRA district. Because I almost got a house there, and I called them up because they were supporting the arts, and they said, oh no, that's not ours. We start in the middle of C Street, so I bought on this side. Interesting. And then you were one of the first ones.
Yes. So the CRA, where does it get? Second?
Actually, the whole district is all of Lake, all of Dixie, all of Lucerne, and I think they have about the Federal. So this is where the businesses
Because of the
are.
businesses.
So that's who gives them the most
Correct.
money.
Sure. So that's why they're trying to redevelop all that. Which is good.
Well, tonight,
But are they going to just C? They're not going all the way to A?
it's not their job. They signed a contract,
Oh,
7
okay.
years. They still have 7 years.
CRA? What do you mean they only signed the contract for 7 years?
Well, they were supposed to do all the work that were accomplished. They're not forever.
The CRA is not forever.
They have to reapply and then usually like 18 months. But already.
Have some pizza.
Yeah, and I'm very happy that
Thank you. Sorry about that.
What is it?
Thanks for helping me get that. I have a grandson just around my back.
7 days ago.
I don't know how, like, I'm
When's the
married,
weather?
like, about 50 minutes later.
Touche.
Okay.
I do need that paper back. Oh, you can see all the others too if you want. You see how they rated.
Okay.
They don't want to separate.
You want to see the others?
So,
They have their names here, and some of them signed.
does anybody else want to add anything before Pierre presents?
Can I be 2 seconds? Okay, so I went to a thing last Saturday, not Saturday, just on the Saturday before. Erica Whitfield, she's one of the school board members, and she applied and got money to give the northern schools, that is Lakewood Middle, Highland Elementary, and North Grade, give them a facelift. And she started with Highland. I was there, just Highland.
Yeah,
And
that's your district.
I'll pass it around to you. That's my district. Anyway, she got money and she got plants from Smarty Plants. She got mulch from a company whose name is written down there. I took pictures and wrote a story. And they took her. That's what that is.
You might from the city.
And what is the name of the company for the mulch?
You might from the city or the state?
What was the name of the company for the mulch?
Oh, money. Good
Does it say
question.
the name?
I don't remember. I'll ask her next time because she's still got
Can I see?
more to do. She's only done that
Oh,
one
yeah,
month.
yeah, pass it around. I'll get it
Again,
eventually.
more.
Mm.
She was painting
wanna see
inside the walls inside the school, planting bushes around. Next time she's gonna plant wall plants, just brightening up the place, making it look nice.
Oh, here it is.
I mean, I agree with you about the alley.
Give us the pair.
I think
You
you
can
can
have
check.
Get lost in the regular.
Oh, were you thinking of Smarty Plants?
Smarty Plants, not-
There we go. Yeah.
That one I said it. No, there was another
Oh.
company. that
Oh,
paid her money for mulch.
Oh, okay. Groundwork, Palm Beach County.
Yeah, and they had a lot of parents there helping. A lot of parents working in vegetation jobs, and so they came in and did a lot of the work and brought things with them. That's really
Sounds
nice
good.
over there.
Yeah.
End of story.
Oh, sorry. Are we still on the agenda, Sylvia?
Registration.
Matt, could you pass that to
No tax.
my wife?
There's no
There you
tax.
go, honey.
And, they put it on windshield, 3 days later, so.
Do you remember how much it was? I think we need it back.
Yeah, I need that.
Because there is
Because I need it back.
a car park second that has a red sticker on it. So that's from the police? I didn't know.
Is that from the police or from the government? You know, it's really nice.
I love these
How about you? Another one?
things. Used to get German every winter because my dad had friends in Germany.
Pfeffernusse.
Yeah, but if it's licensed and registered,
Nutmeg, cloves. I used to just wait for the package to come in the mail. My dad ended up with all too many packages. In Germany, when he got out of it, stayed with family and it's like, oh, my gosh, that's shops and. They used to send us cookies.
and where are you from?
Well, isn't that nice? What are they?
Pfeffernusse.
They do
How we can't have it actually.
What?
I'm allergic to milk.
Don't you have
It's
to
not
sign
made
it?
with milk.
It doesn't have milk.
Don't you have
Wow.
to sign it?
I don't know.
I'm not gonna trust it.
I will show
Sorry.
you.
Thank you
later.
though. I appreciate it anyway. So,
I'll check the middle of the page.
Sylvia, are we still meeting?
Yes, anybody else want to add anything?
It's not like the city Nuremberg, but.
In the English gingerbread stuff.
Amy and I had problems with walking straws.
Oh, okay.
Walking straws.
I'm more concerned about the icing though.
Coffee.
Usually that's where the problem
Oh,
And you got that back?
what street?
Both of our dogs have been hospitalized.
is. Oh, don't forget the date.
Yeah.
F Street and Fourth,
I'm sorry, wait, what happened on F Street?
C Street.
Dog attack.
Also, yeah, my dog was bitten by
Dog.
bitten by a
Hmm.
German Shepherd and 2 cats were by people. And
You know where the owners were?
Yeah, we reported every one. We reported every one.
Careful wish, because I was in
I know what
front
you're
of City
saying.
Hall last week,
I know.
and I reported one that happened on Lake, and quite a bus stop. The guy, it's not
Here.
really, but when
Thank
he
you
does
for
the
sharing that.
terrorize people waiting for a bus, he'll release the leash and then pull back the
You want
bus.
pizza?
Elaine?
Yeah.
You want pizza?
No,
Take
Oh,
two.
okay.
makes my sugar go up. Can't eat pizza.
It's okay. What's it? After I speak.
After.
He needs to do his thing. I finished my thing.
Take two.
Okay.
That's a sign, take two.
Take two?
Yeah, they don't want to sell.
I think first.
We don't either.
They're thick crust. Yeah.
So when he's finished eating, he can talk and do his presentation.
Yes.
But definitely not so easily before.
Dogs down to the golf course area or to the Bryant Park area to walk them, because the dogs are terrified to walk on the neighborhood.
Okay, so you need to bring that to the city hall. I understand you need the PPS open.
These my dogs, like, and they get out of.
Yeah, exactly. What, that's how we
Oh, yeah,
work.
police.
Police works with that.
That pit bull was on second and a half, and it.
I wonder if they're fight dogs.
Yeah, what-
Sometimes
We've
they're-
got 11.
We had 11 fights.
Do you also report to the people that do the animal control?
Yeah, we
I know one of the ladies, she actually lives here.
Who's also-
She fosters the Rottweilers. There's a woman that works for them that fosters Rottweilers.
No more?
No,
Thank
this woman, she works for the department. She, sometimes I see at lunchtime her truck. And she picks up that.
There's a lot of those dogs on the Optical Ridge, and they're tiny big dogs.
So what you want to
I
do
wonder
is
if there's like
get
an
rid of these
animal
dogs. You want to get rid of them.
control, like an animal control people's.
I just want them to
Are they
educate.
owners or renters?
We don't know, but they should educate the owners so they have.
One of them, is a breakfast.
So you know the address for the dogs?
Yeah, the last attack with my dogs
So
was.
what,
And,
Palm Beach property appraiser?
right,
And if it's not the same, obviously we know the owner's name by now. If it's not the same name, start putting pressure on the owner of the house.
yeah. I know for the one that attacked the bees and her dog, that is.
Can I know the like the street address? The street address?
Do I have the street address? I'd have to like look them up, I don't remember.
That one,
Second.
that dog is on, second and
Between F and P.
E.
Yeah. And that one, the police had a dog cornered
On the
to me,
corner.
so now for 10 days, we had to keep the dog away from other dogs and make sure it's on a leash. He was like, so I didn't see the dog, so.
Yeah, you can put a lot of pressure on the owner. Yes, thank you so much. A little
I didn't notice a problem with dogs until the pandemic. I think more people were getting dogs and they just didn't know how to care for them because these dogs took over their fences or they just.
Or you can leave your dog down my way. You can bring it down my way.
The sheriff was saying a lot of people were moving out. And when they were moving out, they didn't have a place to put their dogs, so they just,
But that,
Oh, that's all right.
you know, during the pandemic, a lot of people were moving out.
And they were leaving their dogs?
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, just like leaving them.
I wonder if some of them just got
They were
evicted
just
and they.
hoping that maybe the one neighbor would
know.
adopt them.
Did I ask you already? I would have. Yeah, thank you.
That's really common
Thank
with all
you.
pets,
Thank you.
like snakes, lizards, birds. Wow. Yeah, I'll take a cold
So
one.
I got called today.
Yay! Anybody can have luck.
Welcome.
Thank you.
It's actually left over from when we did the cleanup of the neighborhood.
There you go. Good.
Well, if Andy's not here, City Hall must still be building.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Mhm.
Sometimes they have very late meetings.
Um,
I invite-
anybody else?
I-
Anybody else want to add anything before Pierre starts? Did you finish your pizza, Pierre?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Don't want you talking pizza.
I'm just gonna turn this in your direction so it can hear you better.
So first of all, thank you, Sylvia, for inviting me here. Thank you guys for having me. My name is Pierre, and I work with Self's Solar Energy Loan Fund, and we partnered with the city. Execution day, I think, was June 1st. And what we've been doing thus far is just making sure that everyone knows that this is available to everyone, every resident in Lake Worth Beach. We're servicing Lake Worth Beach territory and the utility department's territory, so some of Palm Springs and the outskirts of the Lake Worth corridor. And Self has been around since 2009. We started with a grant from the federal government. We've turned that into over $30 million worth of financing to homeowners, low to moderate income workers that may have issues with their home, and their money is tied up in taking care of all the necessities as far as taking care of their families and so forth. We, as a nonprofit, we have great flexibility when it comes to qualifying individuals. So we're not just looking at a credit score. We know things happen throughout your life. So homeowners are not just credit scores. We take a look at various factors to see if you have any disposable income. Ability to repay is the main factor that we use when it comes to qualifying someone for the home improvement loan. We're certified by the U.S. Treasury Department as a community development financial institution. That means that at least 60% of our loans have to go towards a low to moderate income homeowners, but anyone can qualify. As we don't, if you're a billionaire, you can qualify, but because we're certified by the U.S. Treasury, we have to make sure at least 60% goes towards to that specific target market. And that's why for the elderly, the disabled, anyone that's on social security benefits or any kind of pension, we've been able to approve individuals that were denied in other places because as a nonprofit, we have those flexibilities, and we also make sure that one of the greatest things I love about this organization is the fact that we do project coordination. So I have a mother that's had to do some renovations in her home. She reached out to a contractor, paid the contractor, and the contractor disappeared. And that just peeved me as an elderly, hardworking individual, for her to reach out to pay the individual and for them to disappear and not finish the project. That's something that's personal for me. So when I joined, and my leader told me that one of the things that we make sure we don't pay the contractor until the job is actually done. That was like my final, okay, I want to jump on board, because no one should ever experience what my mom experienced. If I pay you to do a job, you should be able to do the job completely, make sure inspection is passed, and afterwards you get paid. And that's what we do. We make sure we get an inspection, and then we reach out to the actual homeowner. Do you approve of the work that was done? Once we get those two factors in, then that's when the contractor is paid. And our terms go from anywhere from 3 years to 10 years, depending on the project size and the cost. We lend as low as $3,000 up to $25,000. We finance. The name is Solar Energy Loan Fund. So when people hear it, they normally just think of solar, but solar is 1% of our jobs. The majority of our projects are roofs, HVAC units, impact windows, impact doors, insulation, weatherization, sewers, your plumbing, anything that's going to make your home a safer environment and more resilient home. That's where we'll finance. We also do at home adaptation as far as if you need to add a ramp or anything that's going to make it easier for you to move around the property. We want to make it a better property, a safer home for you, and that's what we'll make sure we do.
What about the sewer pipe that runs from the home to the city's lawn?
As long as it's connected already, we can,
You can replace that?
yes, we'll finance that.
You know, finance, and what are finance rates?
Finance rates are currently, lowest is 5%, highest is never more than 9.99%.
And you fund the contract?
We have a network of contractors of roughly about 1,200, but and what we do is we vet all our contractors. We screen to make sure we look at Better Business Bureau, we look at all the different reviews, make sure they're reputable, and we also make sure they're licensed and they have the necessary insurance. We don't want a contractor coming to your home and the next thing you know, you're liable for something that should be taken care of on their end. So we have contractors, but if you find a better rate, we'll just have to vet that contract to make sure that they have all necessary credentials, and then we can add them to our network. It's free. We make sure one of the two aspects of us partnering with the city, we also want to help the homeowners, but if you're a small business owner, you're a contractor, we want to partner with you as well. So we provide funding for any contractor that wants that added to their portfolio. Sometimes contractors will go to a home, but the homeowner can't afford to pay it out of pocket or to qualify for the current financing company that they're with. With us, there's no dealer fees. We're not getting any points. There's no charge at all for them to join our network, so they can always add. So that's why it's a no-brainer for contractors to join our network so they can service the clients. Also, as far as any job that you think that the only thing that we won't more cosmetic, like if you want to just remodel something just for the sake, but anything that's going to make it safer for you, we'll be able to finance.
Do you determine the price, or we have to find the vendor first and check price, and then you step in?
You can either, most people, homeowners come with their own contractor because they've reached out, a contractor stopped by, gave them a few quotes, but we make sure, we tell our clients, make sure you get several quotes just to know, to make a better decision. You don't want to just go with one contractor and you potentially could have had a better deal, better rate somewhere else. So if you come with a contractor, by all means, we'll work with that contractor. But if we're referring you to a contractor, we make sure to give you several, and then you make the decision on which contractor you're gonna go with.
To get 5%, what would you need to have, like credit score wise? What qualifications would you need for 5%?
The one sure thing that all our applicants must make sure that all of their obligations are current. As long as all your obligations are current, the underwriters determine what the interest rate. They look at your expenses, your income. Based on that, and depending on the source of the income as well, because we're funded by various entities from federal, state, local governments. Depending on the project, they determine the rates. But to qualify, period, you have to make sure that you're current on all your obligations. When we've been able to approve homeowners with 500 scores, that's unheard of. And we have our rate of default rate is currently at 2%. So they're doing whatever recipe they have as far as approving individuals that even have 500 scores. They're doing a great job, and that's what we're proud of, that we're able to give access to funding for something that's essential. No one should have to live in a home that's molded, in a roof that's leaking, AC that's not working in South Florida. That you should always be able to get the necessary upgrades, and money should never be an issue for you.
So you
Sounds
include
good.
windows on this?
Yes.
I updated the group cover for Tropical Ridge.
Love
Here, you're right. You're right in the
Love
middle here. It's on Facebook.
I was
Awesome.
quoted for 3
Tropical
windows.
Ridge neighborhoods. That's our group cover.
29.
Because we all look good
That is
together.
extremely high.
Yeah, they brought it if I was signing immediately. And it's still
That sounds like a
crazy.
definite
Yeah,
no-go.
that's why you get several quotes, and then you decide which one's best better suited for you. Some they might just service the higher end communities, and if you're gonna charge me $29,000 for windows where I can get it done for 15, I'm sorry, but I have to make the final decision that's gonna work for me, and I think that's why we tell homeowners to make sure you get several quotes and see what works best
It's
for
more than what I do for the house,
you.
so to speak. I
So
just didn't even bother looking further because I just thought it was crazy.
yeah, I mean that's not. The one thing right now, like if you know of anyone that needs any kind of upgrades, that's essential for them.
Actually, I do.
Please.
When you mentioned the pipes, I have a friend that's going through that right now. So do you have a limit in the amount, or does that depend on the weather rating?
It depends on. So our limit is 25,000.
Okay.
But it also depends on the if you meet, depending on your score, depending on your disposable income. Because if you can't afford, looking at your disposable income, that determines how much can you actually take on. The one thing we never want to do is add burden to your plate, right? So we take a look at, okay, what do you have left when you're done taking care of all the essential, how much do you have left? Can you take an extra $150 per month, an extra $100 per month, maybe an extra $180 per month? And if they determine that you can, then you would qualify. But if they look at various factors to make sure.
Sounds good.
Does your house need anything yet? This is ridiculous.
It's just 13 years old.
Needs an electric fence for more of the loose dogs.
Yeah, right.
And we want to make sure because the city partnered with us, and they're invested in it as well. They want to provide all the homeowners in the city, in the district, access to capital. Right? There's nothing worse than when you want to make a change to your home, but you don't have the necessary income because it's not a priority. There's other things as far as taking care of your responsibilities, taking care of your family. So the one main reason the city signed with us is to make sure that everyone has access to these funds to make the necessary improvements to their home. So please, I mean, if you're not in need and if you know anyone, please pass my information.
And you have a
over.
deadline, right? Because you said
We have a 3-year agreement with the city. So hopefully that's extended so you guys can see my face more often past 3 years. But it's normally when we partner up, we're currently in 4 states. We just we just started in another state in Nevada. We're in Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and Alabama.
So how are you affiliated with the state or the city?
We partner with local cities and governments. The state, the only thing right now I can tell you that we're stepping in because the state did not accept the Solar for All program, part of the Inflation Reduction Act. We've partnered with Solar United Neighbors and the Nature Conservancy for a $250 million grant. That will allow us to provide solar to the lowest end of the homeowners. So our right now, if you're at the very bottom of the list when it comes to like income wise, because of if you don't have a disposable income, it's a loan. what we're currently providing. It's not a grant. This will allow us to provide a grant to low to moderate income homeowners. So where we should know by March, but we're fairly certain that we're going to qualify. The state decided not to go for it, so that's our relationship when it comes to our relationship with the state. We're just here to service Floridians, and if the state won't take the money that's available for the citizens of Florida, then we, as with Solar United Neighbors and Nature Conservancy, stepped up to make sure we're able to provide solar for everyone in the state. And then on us, we partner with Orange County, Orlando, Miami, Dade County, St. Lucie County.
So you had an issue with FPNL who didn't want you. Is that where it was?
That I don't know. But the reason that that local governments partner with us is because we're used as an implementation tool, right? There's so much going on. At times, it's best to just outsource that part of the job to someone else that has over 14 years of experience. We partner with several cities and local governments to get their initiatives going. So we have experience already, so the city thought it was best to just have us here and roll out the program right away.
They'll make it interesting when FPNL shows up.
So, you said that if you can't pay the loan, then and you're a low income, moderate family, because there's a grant. What qualifies you as a low income for these grants? So you can't pay for the loan.
It depends on your disposable income, because we've approved homeowners that are currently on pension, Social Security benefits. We finance even mobile homes or manufactured homes, which is one of only few. So it all depends as far as different areas, because living in Palm Beach County is entirely different than living in even St. Lucie County or northern Florida. So the cost of living, based on the cost of living in that specific area, in relation to how much you're making, that determines what if you fall into the lower to moderate income owner. We use United Ways. They have a report of that helps us target, specifically focus on the market that based on income the income that you're making, the amount they compare it to the various parts of throughout the state. So we use various factors to determine if you fall into that category. We also, because the U.S. Treasury Department certifies us as a community development financial institution, they have something that a qualification as to what a low to moderate income homeowner, what that looks like, and we have to follow those guidelines.
And if this 3-year agreement doesn't get renewed with Lake Worth, what is your deadline then?
I mean, we're in the state. I mean, we service all of Florida.
Okay.
So
I thought you had until the end of December.
We have a 3-year agreement specifically with Lake Worth Beach. So Lake Worth Beach, the reason I came on board is because Lake Worth Beach needed a loan officer. So Self hired me to have a dedicated loan officer for the Lake Worth Beach residents. Okay. Now, we have other loan officers throughout the state, and we'll always service all of Florida. But I think the city leaders, they saw the need to have someone that's specifically focused on Lake Worth Beach to make sure everyone knows they have these funds available to them.
Okay.
I'm glad you found it.
I'm thankful for Sylvia.
Well, he came to the NAPC meeting. And so then I just emailed her and said, hey, you want to come to Tropical Ridge? Because we record these.
Okay.
So we pass it on, and I blast email everybody.
That's good. Thank you.
So, like, even if they couldn't show up here tonight,
Yeah.
they can watch the YouTube.
Thank you.
Yeah, so thank you so much for having me, Sylvia. Thank you guys for having me. And feel free to my number, that's my cell phone, that's on the card. Feel free to call, text, email. I'll respond as soon as possible and see if we can make sure to take care of the residents. The city invested investment. We want to make sure we return favorably on their investment. So their initial seed grant, we want to provide access to funds to all the residents.
What is the initial seed grant?
It's $300,000 for 3 years.
And that's the money that's used to help make these repairs, or that's the loan money?
That's goes to marketing, to make administrative, to make sure we have all the necessary marketing, we have the necessary personnel in place. It pays some of my salary, and just to make sure that we have everything that's available to cater to their birthdays.
Okay.
Does anyone have any other questions? Thank you.
All right, thank you.
I'll leave some extras here. We do have some in Spanish, some in English, and then I'll leave some of my cards.
You should contact the Guatemalan Mine Center.
I did, but
You gotta talk to
it means
HAFSA.
that's it. Okay.
Yeah, HAFSA.
Let me take that.
And HAFSA and Mariana Blanco. And Mari, yeah. Mari and HAFSA. HAFSA is her right hand man. Right hand.
Can you spell that again, please?
HAFSA. I can give you her email.
Okay.
And she's like the right hand person. Mari is the assistant. She pretty much runs Guatemala Mine Center.
Okay. Yeah, the first time I went there with a energy auditor, and he introduced me, but the feedback was that 99% of their clients are renters, so that
This
was
is just for homeowners, right?
Definitely.
yes.
Yeah, my name is
Yeah, so that's the one. We do have loans for landlords.
Yeah, that
It's-
might be good.
Yeah, each unit can qualify for 25,000 per unit, and it's the same process as far as making sure if you meet the necessary criteria. So landlords, it's and all these loans are unsecured. So unlike the PACE program where it's, you have there's a lien on your property, none of these loans are completely unsecured.
Okay, you don't put a lien on it?
No, not at all.
That's very interesting.
Then how do you get your money?
But
Because the
you do
CRA
Because you get the
do a
grant.
credit
give you
report,
a
right?
grant,
Yes.
And it will put a lien on
So and that's what's amazing.
So this is better.
With 2% default rate, there's no lien on the properties, and we're still at a 2% interest rate. We've been around since for 14 years, so we work with homeowners. We know, we're not a predatory lender, so as a nonprofit, like we want to make sure people are living in sustainable, resilient homes. So we'll work with homeowners, and there's no chance of you losing your home. That's the difference from us and let's, for instance, the PACE program and other.
it. That's a big difference.
Yeah.
So her email is
Double H.
HAI, D as in dog, ER, at Guatemalan, so GUATEMALANMAYA.org.
Okay. HHAIDER at GuatemalanCenter.org.
No, Guatemalan Maya.
Guatemalan.
Maya.
MAYA.
Yeah, MAYA.org.
Thank you so much, Sylvia.
They have a Christmas event coming up,
Okay.
and it's really big, very well attended, and you need to go to that Christmas event.
Where can I find that information?
Um,
Should I just reach out?
Just
You
email
know
her.
where the center is?
Yes.
Just go there.
Yeah, you can just go and talk
Yeah.
to somebody.
Like literally, there's a long line around the block at this Christmas event.
Oh wow. Okay.
They give out free toys.
Okay.
It's the free toy. They give out free toys to every kid, and it's at a church. They do it every year. And when I went to help out, I thought it was only gonna be like a couple of families, but it was like hundreds of people,
Wow.
like lining up around the block. They might not all be from Lake Worth, but I don't think they are. But
Thank you.
I'm gonna try and send it back so you can read it.
There you
but
go.
their
Then I'll
Christmas-
trust.
You should go to their Christmas toys.
Okay. I'll definitely take a look at
And then they have this mass, like, and the talking that's in the microphone. And
that. It's like a mass singer kind of.
like a massive crowd.
Oh. Definitely. You said that's coming up soon, right?
Or maybe this weekend. This weekend coming up.
This weekend? Good to know.
Okay. So does anybody? You guys can eat some more sweets.
So
We got
we're
pecan pie.
we done?
Yeah, we're done.
All right.
If you guys want to talk about anything else,
Matthew,
go on Tropical Ridge. neighborhood
One moment. I just gotta do this real quick.
association on
Yeah.
Facebook.
Oh, thank you.
We got fresh hot off the press, ugly sweater photo on there.
Pierre, listen.
And thank you for joining us online as well. Have a good night.
Have someone call
Please. Thank
you.
you.
It's in the process.
Yeah, yeah.
Deeply like what you would say.
Okay.
You like golf, Pierre?